and if anybody wants to have refer to it later, it's available, and we'll share it also with those who are interested in the topic. So let's see who else we have. Victoire joined this. Welcome.
Yeah, Victoire is joining from Lebanon.
Where everybody's from? I'll be curious to find out.
I am from Lebanon.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I'm situated in Bulgaria. So that's another country. Brian is my partner. The two of us, we manage Noble Manhattan for the Balkans. So we're both in Bulgaria.
I am from Albania.
Welcome, Andan.
Thank you.
Cool. Rana.
And Rana is connecting from Damascus.
From Syria. Wow.
Yeah.
Very international.
Pascal is in Lebanon. Victoire is in Lebanon. And I'm from Lebanon and based in Cyprus currently. My new home. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can start.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Make everybody else wait. And then if there's new people who join us, they can join us, or otherwise we will simply exchange information via email. Okay, so my name is Katrin Prentice. I'm an accredited master coach. And like I said a little earlier, Brian and I manage the coach training division for Noble Manhattan Coaching in Europe C, with the focus on the Balkans. And our partner, Pauline Savayan, she's positioned in Cyprus, and she's in charge of the coach training division. She's the managing director for Levant in Cyprus, and she's also an accredited master coach. Yeah. So tonight, we wanted to talk a little bit about this magical word coaching and how it fits in the time of history that we're living right now. So perhaps let's start by defining what coaching is. So I would like to also invite you, maybe what do you understand as far as what coaching is?
Okay, I'll share and they will share as well. You know, look, coaching is effectively unlocking people's potential. Everyone has potential inside of them, and coaching is this system that unlocks the sparks again, and people can unleash their powers and know they get more clarity, more self-awareness, and then they can achieve their goals and beyond much more their goals because it gives them so much clarity and awareness, and it empowers them personally. So it's a self-empowering process, in my opinion. This is coaching.
Okay.
What about your definition, Catherine?
All right. Well, I'll tell you what coaching is not for me, and maybe that'll define what coaching is. But I come from, before I was a coach, I was working as a leader in an international organization. I was actually responsible for the same region here for the Balkans. And I also come from a background of counseling. And so coaching is definitely not neither consulting, nor counseling, nor management, you know, not. And why am I saying this? For me, that was a very important aha moment in my professional development, and how beautiful this is. When we talk about consulting and coaching and all of those other helping professions, usually the answer relies heavily on the knowledge and education and experience of the counselor or the consultant. And I have been in many situations where people would look to me and say, oh, what is the solution? Tell us, tell us, tell us, tell us. Okay, maybe I'll figure out one or two answers, anybody can do that because we all have some experience. But it will be so arrogant to think that I can just give any answer under the sun for any situation on anybody that I talk to. It's impossible. I'm just a human with experience, yes, with knowledge and education. But when it comes to solving everybody's problems, it is unrealistic. And like I say, it's actually a bit arrogant to think that we can be know-it-alls and provide everything that everybody else needs. So when I found coaching was the reverse of it, where the success of the coaching process does not depend on the coach, but it depends on the coaching relationship between the person who receives coaching and the coach who provides the service. And it taps into the resources and the knowledge and vision and everything that makes it important for the client. It's their life, their business, and their education and their knowledge. And actually this way, like the better prepared the coach is, the better he unleashes the potential of that client, and they understand what to do with their resources, or if they lack any resources, they can find them. But this way, it becomes an infinitely, there is no limit to the solutions that can be found through coaching, because it does not depend on one person, but it depends on the combined energy and symbiosis, the coactiveness between the coach and the client. And the client is a very important person in that whole collaboration. So yeah, and for me that was first liberating, and second, it would kind of took off this weight of having to know all the answers. But with the client, yes, all the answers are available.
Definitely, they're resourceful.
Now, why do you think coaching is, by the way, did you know that coaching is the second fastest growing industry on the planet? The only one that beats it is IT, but we're not surprised about it, right? So, of course, actually, we were chit-chatting, Pauline and I, before the webinar, and she was sharing some statistics that it's very close that the two professions are going, and it's most probably actually coaching will become number one. We'll see when, but right now, even if it's still the second fastest growing industry, that speaks volumes about it. Now, why do you think this is happening? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Me or the others? The audience, would you like to share before we share? Would anybody want to share anything regarding their insights on why it's important?
I can say something.
Yes, please.
Regarding coaching, actually.
Yeah.
I think coaching is very linked with leadership and with management.
Yes.
But these are sure three different categories, because you may be a very good manager but not a good leader.
Definitely.
And so there are narrow links between these three categories. I am not sure between leadership and coaching which is the first, but because they have many common things. To be a good leader, you have to empower others.
Yes.
To follow you. You have to be able to have followers. So, but also to be a good coach, you have to have very good skills, to have very good relationships also, and to manage different situations, even difficult ones. So it is like, let's say, if we compare with football match, not everybody of the players can be coach. They may be very good players in the field, but few of them would be, when they leave the football, would be a coach. So you have, besides experience, you have to have some skills. And this is also in the reality in business field and in society. So this is my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yes,
And
thank you
Rima
for
said,
sharing that. Mhm.
yes, Rima said because people are in need for this type of authentic relationship, for the awareness of coaching, brings empowerment, zero judgment, definitely, definitely. And in this um, new normal, or whatever we want to call it, the new era after COVID-19, I think nothing is the same. What we thought was normal became the not normal, and everything shifted. Businesses are shifting very fast, they're pivoting. People need to make leaps to adjust and be flexible and know more their strength, find solutions. So definitely because of all this, they need as well coaching, because it empowers them. Because in this era, everything is the era of the uncertainty. No one knows what's going to happen. Are we going back to the normal? We're not. People are working remotely. The dream of working from home became the nightmare of some people, because the dream of working from home previously was, for example, when the kids were at home, were at school, whereas now there is homeschooling, there is work. So everything is shifting. And this is why coaching plays a big role at many levels. And even leaders now are facing difficulties in handling their teams with the pandemic, because they're used to some being proximity. We used to say proximity is power all the time, but now there is no proximity. We're very far from each other. So there are a lot of things happening, and coaching will create more and more awareness with the people, and it will empower them. So definitely, this is why when I was chatting with you, Catherine, I told you it's very close to become the first, because people need it. People need the coaches. They don't need solutions given from other people. They need to find, they need to tap into their resourcefulness. And the best way to tap into your resourcefulness is to do it with a coach. So this is why coaching is already, and we see the need for coaches, and we see the need and the demand for career coaching, employability coaching, leadership coaching. It's growing drastically. And also adolescent coaching is growing big, because even for the adolescent now, if we think about it, what they're facing is, this is their years where they bloom and grow, and they're stuck at home. So also those areas will need a lot to work on, and coaches are very much needed, definitely.
Yeah, in a time of, I guess the time that we're living right now, for me, only proves that the only certain thing in life is change. I mean, we're seeing change in the most dramatic way. And people, as individuals as well as companies, now look for ways to rebound, to be resilient, and to find a way forward, and find a way to thrive regardless of the changes, and regardless of what the changes are causing inside of either their organizations or their lives and careers. Many people are changing careers right now because of the changes. Um, a lot of people are reevaluating what is important for them, because you can't just keep going business as usual when the entire world is not as usual. And
Yeah.
people reevaluate. They take longer time to actually think what's important, where do they want to invest their energy, resources, however limited or not they are. Um, and um, and all of that, um, this is where the need for a good coach really comes into play. because when a person or a team makes decisions, okay, where is the best way forward, that's where a good coach can magnify the result of the whole process. And so not only the need for coaching is there, but also the need for coaches is there.
Yes.
Because and not just coaches. I mean, there's coaches and there's coaches. You know, there is good
Yes.
coaches, there's
The good
successful
and
coaches,
excellent.
but not every coach that is good is successful. Unfortunately, not every successful coach is good. So here at
Definitely.
Novo Manhattan, we strive to do both. We strive to uh, um, create, raise the best possible coaches, so that when they enter into a situation, whether it's in a business, organization, or an individual, they can manage no matter what comes their way as far as issues, situations, and they can deliver valuable service. And at the same time, we want our coaches to be successful as well. So we have a whole array of support services and opportunities that we offer in order to boost our coaches' profiles and presence and the way to be found. Because
And
really,
we're going to talk about this later.
exactly. Because when it comes down to it, we want the best coaches to be out there in the world, changing the world and helping businesses and helping the people that run the businesses, and also individuals that they're wondering what to do right now. But also we want them to be successful, because what good is it to just give you a great education without your clients finding you and reaching you? So we want both sides, and that's what we have devoted our existence and structure and presence. So we'll tell you a little bit about one of the ways that we train coaches, and then we'll tell you the ways we support those who have trained with us and what opportunities are there. And then
And I want to add one thing, Catherine, now with the world that is changing and so many people are losing their jobs and roles are being taken off the market and so on, because people are looking at being more efficient in their workflow and everything. So a lot of roles are disappearing. And this is where the opportunity for people to run their own business, to run it at their own terms, and do have the freedom not to face, not to be made redundant, because you will only be made redundant by yourself when you're a coach. So you are your own boss. So it's a great opportunity for people to tap into this market as a potential career, because many jobs are being, unfortunately,
I mean, I
yes.
just had the two very interesting conversations yesterday with the HR director of a leading bank. Actually, it's a big bank. She's been there for like many years, and just now for the last 2 months, in spite of her incredible experience, she now has to look for a job, and she is actually considering, well, what do I do with all the knowledge, all the experience, all the people handling skills? I mean, we're talking about many years at different positions, different locations. All of that is so much value. And then somebody else on LinkedIn posted the question saying, have you ever applied for a job and they say, well, thank you, but you're way too qualified? I responded, I said, yeah, it happened to me. And I said, oh, that's it. I'll never be, I'll never be at somebody else's mercy again. So I said, I wrote on the Facebook post, said, yeah, it happened to me. Best thing that could have happened, because as a result, I opened my own business. And so it's a very different feel about being able to stand on my own and kind of float my boat and learn how to paddle, and actually not having to, we all want to work in teams and everything, but there's something about being able to deliver a service that people will want to take and benefit from it regardless, regardless of where you are. Exactly.
You can work with
As far as location, exactly. Right now, look at
Yeah.
us. We are from so many countries and continents, actually. We're into continents. So this is amazing. We can do this. And also, one of the courses that we both run, actually, Pauline runs the masterclass, the monthly masterclass for Levant and Cyprus, and I run the masterclass for the Balkans. And actually, it's European because we have 11 countries attending that masterclass. It's not just the Balkans. But the reason it's like that is because, well, of the changes. And the reason we're actually online right now, and we can, doesn't matter where we are living, thankfully with technology, this type of trainings and this type of services are available worldwide. Before
and even in the Levant, I have people,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and in the Levant, we have people from Canada, from Nigeria, from Saudi, from the Middle East as well joining the Levant one. And the world is global now, and this is a great opportunity because now we're online and people have more access to more things.
Even before the big changes happened, coaching already was delivered about 90% over phone or other long distance communication means.
Yeah.
And at those days, when we were talking about coaching, I tell them, oh, I have clients in like 9 countries and I live in Sofia at the moment. And before I used to live in Bucharest, and I still had, like, oh, but how is it possible? You know, coaching, it cannot be done long distance. It was always this big conversation about explaining that actually, you know, a lot of managers don't care where the coach is as long as they can have a fruitful conversation. But nowadays, I don't have to explain this. It's like it's everybody's facing it. Before it was like this new advanced or unusual service, but right now, pretty much 90% of all services happen long distance for good.
And we train our coaches to do this properly because you need training to do this properly.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one reason that we are now reaching each other in different continents, in different countries, but even within the country through online is that every bad thing we say have a good thing.
Yeah.
And I think so the pandemic is the reason.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really happy that you said that in every bad thing, there is a good thing. And actually, this is so much of a coach's way of looking at things. So you already have the making of a coach. You probably do. I'm actually not sure what everything that you do, but so that is totally the thinking of a coach, that looking for the opportunity in every challenge. Just because it's something is challenging doesn't mean it's bad. We only like the label bad or good is only our interpretation or momentary reaction to things. But when you explore it, all of a sudden you discover this, there's an opportunity for that, and there's an opportunity for that. And that's what a good coach helps the client to just awaken to and find these good things.
Possibilities.
Yeah. So yeah, excellent comment. Thank you. All right, a little bit about Novo Manhattan and who we are. So here you're seeing, you know, 2-3 faces actually that are responsible for 2 quite significant regions actually of the globe. But there are a few more regions that belong to Novo Manhattan Global. Novo Manhattan Coaching is a British registered company which trades globally, and is the longest in existence coach training company, training excellent life and executive and corporate coaches since 1993. That is a very long history and tradition in developing and delivering successful coach training programs. Currently, we have 18 different courses that are all focused on various aspects of coach training.
19, we have the adolescent.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it just launched. Thank you. That's right. We just had the first tier of adolescent coaches last week. So there you go, 19. Why so many? Well, because life is multifaceted, and we try to respond to the different challenges in the best professional way. There is no one shoe fits all situations. So we have a variety of courses, from short courses, like from 1 or 2 days, to extensive year, 1.5 year course that gives you with a lot of accreditations and stuff. So this wide variety provides an opportunity for pretty much anybody who is interested in that path to find something that suits them. So, currently, tonight we'll just tell you about we call it the flagship course, which is our practitioner coach diploma course of Null Manhattan. Flagship because it's our main course, and all the other 19 that we talked about are derivatives. Some are enhancements, and some are more synthesized or condensed versions of the excellent training that is provided by the diploma course. Like I said, there is something for everybody. So if you want even more advanced experience, we can provide that, yes. And if you want something a more synthesized, more just the essence of the coaching profession to because sometimes there are constraints of time or work or whatever, and so some people are interested in shorter versions, and some people go always for the biggest version. So there is both sides, but we'll give you the main core training, and then you can decide if that is good for you, or if you want more, or if you want a little bit more compact version. Yeah, that's the word that I was looking for, compact. All right, so some of you, I don't know if everybody has heard about that, but at least I know Andon has heard. We have ran recently a promotion that says a 3-for-1, but I want to explain first of all what that essence of the training consists of. So I'm going to share my Word file where I just jotted down. This is, if you want to download the full brochure, please do so, because it's very fascinating reading, actually, even for me, even though I have trained on it as a coach, and I am one of the trainers and the mentors. When I read it, I'm like, oh my goodness, really? We offer all that? It's an incredible, it's interesting reading. So I highly recommend it. If you don't have it, ask Pauline or myself, we'll send it to you. But here is just in one paragraph what the coach training consists of. And bear with me for 1 second to share my screen. There you go. All right, so first of all, actually, do you see it's a Word document. Yes, you see it? Yeah. Okay, so first of all, it's a diploma in coaching. What does it mean? Okay, in the world of university training, you have master's degrees, you have certificate, bachelor, all different levels. So diploma is not a master's degree, but is higher than a certificate. Now, 95% of the companies on the globe, actually, there are quite a few of those companies that train coaches. You can find coach training many places. So 95% of the companies offer a certificate level. Now, with the diploma level, that means that you pretty much don't need to go anywhere else to study and learn anything. We take you from A to Z, or in Bulgarian, you will say from A to Ya. This is the last letters of the alphabet. So from A to Z, doesn't matter prior experience, whether you have had it or not. If you have had some, great. It'll only enhance your effectiveness. If you haven't had, don't worry about it, because we'll give you an excellent foundation and build on it. So it's a diploma level. And a lot of times people say, well, is your course accredited by such and such organization? Usually the question is always about one particular international organization? And the answer we give is yes, it is accredited by that one, and also by another 3. So this is one of those courses. Honestly, I don't know. In my over 12 years experience with Norman Manhattan, I don't know of any other coach training program that has more accreditations or awards on the planet. This might sound like a big saying, but I would challenge you to prove me wrong. And yeah, let me know. So it is accredited by the International Authority of Professional Coaching and Mentoring at level 7. There are 7 levels in general, so that's the highest. It is accredited by International Coach Federation. It is accredited by ILM, City and Guilds, as well as by the Institute of Leadership and Management. And also, Norman Manhattan is recognized by the International Register of Coaching and Mentoring. Now, that is 5 different accreditation bodies worldwide. And to also take it even a step further, in our coach training books, in the manuals, we cover the ethical codes of ethics of all of these associations, plus one more, which is the European Coaching and Mentoring Council. So all of these ethical codes we have covered and delivered to our coaches that are in training. Depending on which version of the course you take, it can be from 360 hours is the core training of the program. 360 hours. I don't know if it sounds a lot or not, but let's see. If you take 1 hour a day in your schedule and you devote it to coaching, to your training, basically you will easily and safely graduate within 1 year. 365 days, so 1 hour a day, pretty much about 12 months, right? On average, the average speed in which students generally graduate is about 10 months. So in 10 months, you can have actually an international diploma that is recognized all over the globe, accredited by 4 different accreditation bodies, and you can influence and change the world through your coaching skills. So now, if you take the advanced level of the diploma, which includes 10 monthly master classes, then the hours go up to 420. Again, this is another challenge I want to give you. You can prove me wrong, but this is on average 6 or more times than any other coach training that you can find by another coach training provider.
Yeah.
I really want you to kind of, sink this in. Now, what do these hours contain? They include, you will have 7 hours with a personal mentor. Last week, actually not last week, 2 weeks ago, on January 21st, we celebrated the International Mentoring Day. Actually, if you haven't seen it, it's on our Facebook pages. We have the video released. You can see the faculty of mentors that help to train our amazing coaches. Just tonight on the call, we're on 2 continents. Well, wait until you see the mentors. And the amazing thing about it is that our faculty is accredited senior coaches and master coaches. These are people who practice coaching. They're not just simply a book teacher. Oh, let me read you the book and I'm going to teach you coaching. No, these are coaches that are actually practicing with individual clients, with organizations, and they share a wealth of experience, not only from what Norman Manhattan already has as curriculum, but from their experience. To talk to a master coach is a rare opportunity, but we offer it for our students. So, and then every month we have a number of webinars that happen in real life. They're coach training webinars, not like tonight. Tonight is a presentation, but that is pure coach training and it's live. Again, the faculty that teaches these webinars, again, accredited master coaches or accredited senior coaches. And on average, throughout your course, you will have about 54 live webinars. And again, you can interact with the teacher, you can ask questions and so forth. Now, 54 might not sound too much. Believe me, it's a lot. But this is pretty much every week you can count on something happening. But even if you have missed the previous years when the company existed, you have these webinars recorded for you. We have a library of over 300 hours of archived teleclasses and webinars from this international faculty of lecturers, and they are free for you to access forever. Oh, did I mention those live webinars that we run every month? You have continuous access to them even after you graduate. You don't lose the connection. You can attend as many times as you want. And then, excuse me, there is every 3 to 4 months in the year, we organize an international experience, international coaching extravaganza, if you want to call it, which is a full weekend of intensive upgrading type of coach training. And we invite the students that we have, the coaching students from all over the globe. So it becomes an international experience. Now, the next one that's happening, such an experience, is in March 19, 20, and 21. So this is part of the diploma course. So it is limited to only those people who are currently training on the diploma course or have already graduated. Yeah, that's one of the perks. As a student, you can attend these trainings anytime and as many times as you wish, anywhere in the world. Currently, it happens online. So yes, you won't be traveling around the world, but you will be meeting always different people from different parts of the world. And also the trainers change. The faculty of trainers we have, that's the benefit also, that every time you attend, you'll meet somebody else delivering that training, and you can get different angles and different takes on the same subject. So then there is,
I think, Catherine, it's good to tell them that you're gonna train day 3,
yes.
I'm gonna do day 2, and Gerard, the founder and CEO of Noble Manhattan, is gonna do day 1. So those are the trainers for 19, 20, and 21.
Yes, like I keep mentioning how we have a very well trained international faculty. Well, that's this is really Gerard's personal vision. He founded the company. He has an incredible love for people and for coaching, with a lot of passion. He's inspired a lot of passion in all of us with that. But he has devoted a lot of his time and attention and energy in training marvelous people from many nationalities that deliver this training. So recently he has been stepping back and allowing just the faculty to run it, and he very rarely comes to these 3-day residentials. So this is a treat. So if you want to experience Gerard training you for a full entire day, literally in your room, because you'll be on the screen with him, and you'll have access to ask questions and benefit from his vision, passion, and experience and wisdom. Well, this is the opportunity. Yeah. So he will be teaching on day 1, March 19. Yeah, I'll be doing day 3 and pulling day 2. So, and then at the end of your training, you have a skill assessment. Well, for us to give you the diploma, you have to pass sort of an exam where we test your skills, practical skills for delivering coaching. But part of the job of the mentor is to prepare you for that. So you don't need to worry. Our mentors are excellent and very well trained, and they will do everything necessary to make sure that your skills are of international level and pass the highest standards. So we also run regular monthly additional webinars as coaching development and CPD, as well as we have this one on the first Monday. Brian and I run a Q&A support, like ask us anything. And of course, by taking this course, you will be having the opportunity to train with the longest established coach training company. Now, that was the core training. In addition, like the offer that I sent out, and also Pauline has talked to a lot of people in her region as well, also includes, which is the advanced level, includes 10 full days of coaching masterclasses, which includes also mentoring and supervision and practice in a group and discussion on ethical subjects and feedback, and all of that boosts further the experience. So basically, joining the advanced level works like this. You have every month a masterclass where the international group gets together and does all these activities I just listed, coaching, supervision, practice, ethical discussions, and building your strengths as a coach. And in between those monthly meetings, you have the time to go through the modules of the training. You have to read, watch, listen, practice, work with your mentor, attend webinars, write. There's written work to be done. So between the masterclasses, you gain more theoretical and academic knowledge and training, and then you consolidate these on every month you meet with us. So it is extremely well organized course, and it's very flexible. That I wanted to end on that there is a rich content that you will have at your disposal. Yes, it'll take at least an hour a day to focus on it, but it's flexible because you can read whenever you decide. So if you can't have every day an hour, maybe on the weekend you can have 2 days of 3 hours. So you can arrange your course experience according to the way your schedule allows, both work-related and home and life-related responsibilities that you may have, which is an extreme plus because it allows even busy people like leaders and managers to actually partake of the wealth of this training and the support. So, Pauline, is this a good time for you to cover a little bit what happens after they graduate and the support?
Yeah, I think now they have a full-on idea on the benefits and the difference between the practitioner coach diploma that we provide and any other coach training company. And what really sets us apart is our faculty, definitely, and the support, the unparalleled support that we give to our members of the family, we call them. And you can check the testimonials several places. We have them on our Facebook pages, on our Instagram pages as well. You can check what other coaches who trained with Noble Manhattan said. And one of the things that we do, we said lifetime access to the courses. So it's not like you graduate, we close the door, we remove your access, and you do not access anything. The webinars, you access them for a lifetime. You can come back again to the trainings. You can participate as a graduate assistant. There are so many ways. Another thing, we run monthly coaching support groups around the world. And the mission of the coaching support groups is to create awareness and to empower the communities. And the coaches in training will get visibility because they will be providing as well coaching for the community and giving back to their community. And this happens all around the world. And each person in their the opportunity is always for one person to run. We have one president in each city. We don't have 10 presidents, but one president who runs a coaching support group community and create visibility and more awareness for themselves and for the coaching. Also, we have a coach radio. I don't know of any other coach training company that has a coach radio. A coach radio where you can do your own radio show, and next day we will put it on iTunes, so automatically they will have their own podcast in their names, which is very important. We have the Coach Finder, which is a directory of coaches from all around the world, and they have lifetime access to the Coach Finder, and they will be fully featured. People pay money to be part of this, and people from all around the world can find you, and you can get gigs definitely in coaching, because coaching is not about where you are. Coaching, you can be anywhere and give an impact anywhere. We have also the International Coaching News, which is the #1 coach training magazine, and they have the opportunity to publish their articles there and be seen all over. We have, I think, over 40,000 subscribers. And another thing I think it's very important, Catherine, in the diploma, when they write their thesis, we are the only coach training company that publishes the thesis for them. So by the time they graduate, they are published authors. I don't know of anybody else who does that, any coach training in the world, that really during your studies you become a published author, and we prepare it, and they become published authors as well. So this is, and the support and everything. We have coaching reports, we have, it's a wealth. We have the Alpha Group. It's a wealth of opportunities that they can tap into and they can benefit from, to raise their profile, to raise their visibility, to make an impact, and to create more awareness about coaching, because coaching is all about impact. And because we say always, we don't promise, we over deliver, right? We don't promise, we over deliver all the time. And this is just like in a nutshell what we over deliver on. And I think all of us here would love it. I wish when I studied coaching 11 years ago, I had the access to all this. Really, I wish I had access to all this. And it's amazing. You're gonna be part of a coaching journey that you will never have a similar one elsewhere. This is what we promise you. So this is the extra, Catherine, I think that was worth mentioning now about it.
I actually wanted to add to that, not takeaway, but did we mention that attending all the webinars after you graduate is for free? And being a published author is for free. Being published in the magazine is for free. You can attend the residentials, whether online or offline, if we're in a place somewhere, how we used to hold them before the pandemic. You can attend for free as many times as you want. So basically, you pay once to enter the program, and that's it. You get the full education.
No hidden fees.
No, you get the full education and the support postgraduate. I mean, go research do your own research on how much it costs to attend continuous professional development webinars with master coaches. Go ask how much just a 3-day training costs. Oh, like Tanya Robbins is running one right now. Compare prices, collect information. You will understand the amount that we actually over deliver, and we give it to our students just because we have taken the responsibility to create and support the best possible coaches on every continent that we work with. So it's almost like, I'm not very educated as far as cars. I just recently took my my driving license for the first time in my life. So when I was training, there is a purpose for this daisy picking that I'm doing right now. But when I was doing my training, I trained on this little, I forgot some old model of BMW, and the clutch barely worked. Then I changed school and I wanted more extra hours. And then in the next school, I drove a Mercedes. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. this drives a little bit different than that little squishy BMW I was on. And before I was a driver, I never understood the difference and why do people invest into cars, and what is the difference? It's like, oh, come on, it has 4 wheels. I can get from point A to point B, no worries. No, there is a lot of worries. And once I changed the 2 vehicles, I figured out the difference. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is another revelation I'm getting here. And then my husband drives a Tahoe, Chevrolet Tahoe, and he's like really happy with it. So now that I have a driving license, he allowed me to go in, and I'm like, there is no way I'm gonna drive anything else on the planet. So now we're arguing over who's gonna drive his Tahoe. So why am I telling you this? Well, even though many times people say size don't matter, I'm telling you it does matter. And in this case, just like with the cars, there's a huge difference between driving a Trabant. For those of you, anyway, I'm the only one in Eastern Europe. Trabant once a long time ago it was a very special car, and there's a huge difference driving a Mercedes or a Tahoe,
or a Ferrari.
Or a Ferrari. So yes, the experience does matter. The size of the engine does matter. The height above the street also matters. And honestly, so is with coach training. We give you a combination of these 3, a Mercedes, Ferrari, and a Tahoe. Yes, there are other coach training companies, like there's a lot of other cars that can take you from point A to point B, but will you have the same experience? That's another story. And so we offer you this combination of all these amazing features for one-time fee. And imagine owning a blend of Ferrari and Mercedes and then get forever free support, servicing, you get fixed everything, something breaks down, you get fixed. So that's what you get with us. You pay once, you get support forever, and that's it. So and now so you're probably wondering, how much does it cost? Do you actually have any questions about that? So okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Because I'm a visual person. Yeah, that's another story. We teach on the master classes as well. So let me share my screen for all of you visual people. Go back to the same. So now that we have described all the features and what you get and the support, now the practitioner coach diploma on its own, actually worldwide, the cost of the retail or nominal tuition fee is 6,500 euros. I suppose in those parts of the world where it's in dollars, it varies around, according to the exchange rate, really. Now the dollar is jumping up and down, but it averages around 7,500, if I'm not mistaken, right, Pauline?
Yeah, and in the States it's at 9,000 something.
Yeah. So
depending on the area.
Yeah. And then the 10 monthly coaching, supervision, and mentoring masterclasses, they can be taken as a course on its own. And the tuition fee is 2,500 euro per person. Now, so if somebody was to take all the 2 courses together, the practitioner diploma and the monthly masterclasses, that would come to a 9,000 euro fee, tuition. Okay. So what we have offered what we have offered in January and in February is a 3-for-1 promotion to enter the 2 courses together. So instead of one person paying 9,000, 3 people can join together and share one tuition fee. Yes, our hope was to make it impossible for you to say no. That's the truth. So basically, for the price of 3,000 euros, you will be getting all of the above described. And in many situations, just a simple certificate of 100 hours of training usually costs this much. We're giving you the full advanced version of the diploma. Now, of course, if you cannot, if you're by yourself and you don't have a team of 3 to join in, we wanted to make another special offer for individual people, and that was the bonus that we promised that we'll have at the end of this presentation. So you are welcome to take the practitioner coach diploma and 5 master classes. Remember, one master class is €250 each, so for a total of 3,500. So
for newcomers, for new students now till the 19th of February.
yes, it's for new students. Sorry, it's not retroactive, unfortunately.
Yes.
It's not retroactive. We wish we could turn but we can't.
Or upgrade.
So if you wish to upgrade, we're sure we can think of a plan
Find a way.
and a way. We'll find a way, because that's what we do. We always find a way. But it's very important to understand that we cannot keep this type of promotion for very long, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you understand it's logical. So the offer expires on the 19th of February. That is a Friday. In some, at least in my part of the world, that's the last working day of the week. So even if you wait for the last moment, as sometimes happens, Friday is the last day of working day of the deadline. So you still have a chance to to respond and do something about it. So there is time for it, but not too much. So basically it's a 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks to respond, find out more details, and how in the 2 different regions the procedure may vary slightly. So that's why we're not covering it here, but you have Pauline online and you have Brian and me. So if you are in Levant and Cyprus, please contact Pauline. If you're in the Balkans, on Europe Sea, around here, you can contact Brian and me. And if you're in any other part of the world watching this, well, you can pick you can pick one of us, tell us, and we'll tell you how you can join. We will not be exclusive. We will include you, like an inclusive culture that generally no one actually maintains.
Definitely.
So okay, so I'm going to turn off my screen share and allow you to ask questions. Oh, did I even share anything? Oh, did I miss it? I think I missed sharing, did I? Anyway.
No, you shared it. You shared it.
Okay, so I can safely turn off my share screen. There you go. All right. So.
Any questions?
Any questions about coaching, coach training, application support? Either you can ask either now or after the call as well. We can always make an appointment to discover any details that are interest of you particularly. But anyway,
I hope that it was informative and it gave you an idea of how we over deliver and we don't promise. We over deliver, and you can reach us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn, and we will answer you and share this message as well. If you know anyone who's interested in coaching and would like to join us, share this message with them and let them reach out to us ASAP, because this offer will not last for long. It's till February 19th. Okay, and I think thank you for the audience. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for everyone. And we'll see you soon.
Yes, remember March 19, 20, and 21 is the international get-together of the entire Noam Haven students for a 3-day of intensive and upgrading training. So basically, if that's your goal to make it for that training, also like we said, Gerard Donovan will be teaching on day 1. There is a certain amount of learning that needs to be covered before you show up, which is why we're closing the registration the 19th of February. So it can give you about 3 to 4 weeks for you to there is a certain amount of reading that you need to do on your own in order to qualify to attend. We require this for the purpose of leveling the playing ground of everybody participating. So we know that everybody has the same basic level that have covered as far as academic training. There's some modules to read and a few modules to listen to in order to participate. So in order to give you time for that, we need to close the registration a little sooner than the actual date. So you can enter in and have time to, look around and familiarize. And then otherwise, the master classes, the monthly get-togethers that we hold in Balkans and Europe Sea, they happen on the 4th. I want to emphasize that it's not the last, but the 4th Saturday of the month. And in Levant and Cyprus, they happen on the 2nd Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesdays because it's half days. And in our area, we do it on Saturday and it's a full day. So again, there's for everybody of something, if you like a full day, then the Saturday is a good one. If you like 2 half days, then Tuesday and Wednesday is a good one. So, and then we take you from there and we meet every month. And like I said, in between, you have the chance to continue reading, applying, practicing, and learning, and becoming the amazing coach that those that you will be meeting after need you. The world needs you to be a great coach. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Well,
Thank you.
this is a good time to say goodbye to our Facebook audience watching us. So we're saying goodbye and we're going to turn off the live feed.
Bye-bye.
Yes. And thank you. Well, Anton and Pascal, you stayed up till the end. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
I'm going
you
to
and
stop the
bye.
recording.